This is Real Estate Stocks and Jocks with your host, former Buckeye linebacker and current real estate business consultant, Obie Stillwell. Over the next hour, you'll get balanced, clear, and insightful information relating to the real estate industry, the financial sector, plus interviews with current and former athletes who impact Columbus and the state of Ohio beyond the game. Real Estate Stocks and Jocks is sponsored by
Hondros College.
And now, here's your host, Obie Stillwell.
Hello, and thank you so much for listening to Real Estate Stocks and Jocks. Welcome to the weekend. And again, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Those of you who are texting me, are calling me, are emailing me, or shooting me messages on Facebook or Instagram. Thank you so much for the support. And so thank you. You're listening to Real Estate Stocks and Jocks. Again, my name is Obie Stillwell. I'm a real estate consultant with Buckeye National Realty team of Douglas and Associates Realty. So definitely follow us on Facebook, on Instagram. It is exciting time for Buckeye National. We linked up with Stefan Douglas, who is the broker of Douglas and Associates Realty, and he has allowed myself to create a team up under his brokerage and his tutelage, and so it's called the Buckeye National Realty Team. So our vision of Buckeye National is that we believe in our present selves. We commit our lives to improving the lives of others through real estate solutions. We're committed to completing the task ahead with integrity each and every day. Our mission is that we are a group of licensed and motivated, certified and licensed real estate agents who share passion for meeting the needs of those seeking a real estate solution. Whether it is buying, investing, or selling, we have developed a sophisticated solution to meet your real estate needs. Buckeye National Realty Team has a thirst to serve, and we create an environment that cultivates real results and real solutions with real people. Isn't it awesome just to have real people around in your life? I love it. Someone's going to speak to you in layman's terms, give you the opportunity to ask questions. I always say I've asked all the stupid questions, so there are no more stupid questions left. So just feel free to ask whatever, especially as it pertains to real estate. And I promise not to act like I know something that I don't. If I don't know it, I'll just say, you know what? I'm not sure about that answer. Let me get back to you. And I think that is the most admirable thing to do instead of trying to act like you know something. No one knows everything. So I really tried to keep myself aligned with individuals that have more knowledge than myself. And I always say, if you're the smartest person in the room, you need to find another room. Okay. A lot of times people, if they're the smartest person in the room, they stay right there in that room. It's like, yeah, I'm the man or I'm the woman, because I'm the smartest in the room. You know what? If you're the smartest in the room, I'm telling you, you need to find another room. You need to find an area in which you can be challenged and someone knows a little more information than you, or a lot more information than you. Now, I do have 3 offers, and we always have on the show. We here at Buckeye National are looking for self-starters to join our team. So if you have work ethics, maybe you just need leads, give us a call, 614-822-6990. And then also, if you're thinking about your real estate license and you're just not sure where to start or who to speak to, you can give me a call, 614-822-6990. Now, we'll have on the show later on, and I'll speak on this a little bit later, but we'll have Katie Poling, who is with Hondros College. And as you know, if you've listened to our show in the past, I am an avid endorser of Hondros College. I love their learning experience. I love their in classroom learning experience, but they do have an online experience also for some of you who may be working and you want to get your real estate license, but you can't just dive into it right away. They do offer online courses at Hondros that I hear are actually pretty good. I'm just not an online guy. I love going in the classroom. I love the interaction. I love people, meeting new people, because you get to meet people from around the state. So I really like that. But Anyhow, they do have online, but I say go in the classroom if you can. And then 3, this is last but not least, if you're looking to buy or sell a home, I invite you to give us a call. If you're not sure if you can obtain a loan, maybe you've gone through bankruptcy, maybe you've just been renting for years. Like, man, I'm not familiar with this buy process, buying a home. Don't ever think, well, okay, I'm 40 years old, I'm 45, or I'm 50, I'm 55. I should have a home by now. And if I don't have one by now, I'm not even going to get it. No. You can buy a home still, and you can be educated on that process. So give me an opportunity to educate you on the process. And I can certainly help you out. Again, if you're going through bankruptcy, maybe you just had some credit issues. Sometimes, you know what I'm finding out too? A lot of people are not as bad as they think they are. A lot of times people are just nervous, that anxiety of like getting your credit pulled, and that anxiety of having them go through, your taxes and your pay stubs and, verifying your employment, all that kind of stuff. Sometimes that brings people anxiety and stuff. But listen, don't worry about it. Don't let that stress you out, okay? Because so many people are going through that same process. So many people are going through some of the same issues and some of the same anxieties. But it's just because you just haven't experienced it before, and you're just not sure how to navigate through it. So again, give me a call. Let me help you navigate through that. Someone that you can call and, one of the things I hate, this is one of the things I hate. Don't you hate when you ask a question and that person makes you feel like you just asked a stupid question, or make you feel like you should already know the answer to that question? Listen, I'm a real estate agent. I went to the classes. I got my license. I did everything I had to do to get my license to be a real estate agent. And I've been in the title industry and the real estate industry for almost 20 years. I do not expect you to know what I know. And if you do, then probably I don't deserve the commission, right? If you know everything I know, right? But you don't. It's okay. Let me educate you. You may be in another field that I don't know much about. Now I'll ask you questions about, right? This is what I do 24/7. This is what I'm into. So ask the questions, and I promise, I will not make you feel indifferent about asking these questions, okay? I challenge you to give up what you may be used to experience something that you never thought you could have. Give me a call, 614-822-6990. We do have an exciting show. You're not going to want to touch that dial. I'm telling you right now. You're not going to want to change the channel. We have from Hondros College, Katie Poling, Katie is the customer relationship manager there at Hondros College, and she's been a dear friend of mine for quite some time. And again, I'm a huge ambassador of Hondros College just because of the education that it's given me and the instructors. I love the instructors that Katie and her team have put together. But they have a networking event that's coming up, some very educational, even some CE courses you can get some credits for. So you want to stick around if you're a realtor, if you're in the industry, you're going to want to be able to stick around, listen to that, and benefit from some of the things that they have going on over there at Hondros College. And then also I have a good friend of mine, Stacy, Elliott, who's going to come on. He is the father of Ezekiel Elliott. And, there's a lot of things going on there with Ezekiel, and he's been on the news. He's been, he's been on radio. He's been on TV. He's been on Twitter. I mean, everybody's talking about Ezekiel. And so I want you to listen in. We're going to we're going to dive in kind of deep in this conversation. I want you to know that I don't condone anything. I'm not condoning, I'm not saying right or wrong either way, but I'm going to say that the snowball effect, the compound effect is real out there. So you can do 2 or 3 small things in your life, and then it raises the possibility in people's minds that you did the big thing. Okay, and we're going to dive into that a little bit, and you're going to hear from a father's perspective, because he is a prodigy. I mean, Ezekiel Elliott is a phenom, and it has to be challenging to raise someone that is such a phenom. But hang out, listen to this, and open up your hearts and your minds to this segment. So we'll be right back.
If you'd like more information about today's topics, call 614-822-6990. 822-6990. Now, back to Obie Stillwell and more real estate stocks and jocks.
Hello, and thank you for listening into Real Estate Stocks and Jocks. Again, my name is Obie Stillwell. Give me a call with any of your real estate questions, 614-822-6990. Here again, another weekend. It's good. It's good. Hanging out with my man, Alan. Alan, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. And we have in studio our good friend, once again, right? Katie Poling from Hondros College. She's good people, Alan, isn't she?
She really is.
She's fun to have on the show, right?
She brings the smile to the show.
Yes.
You guys, I feel like I've kind of walked into a little bit of, I'm not sure what you guys had for breakfast.
Yeah.
But I love the energy. It is crazy this morning. So thanks for having me.
Absolutely. We have Katie Poling here from Hondros College. She is the customer relationship manager, and Katie and I have known each other for quite some time, since, I think, hold on, how long have you worked at Hondros?
I've worked there 13 years.
So
we've known each other for 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little over a decade. High five. High five.
Good stuff.
Yes. And Katie's here actually today to talk a little bit about what's going on at Hondros. I mean, if you have not heard, the real estate market is hot right now. Hot right now. I actually went into, I always say go into Hondros, and Hondros is actually one of our lead sponsors. So when you hear the radio show coming on, you'll hear sponsored by Hondros College. And that illustrious voice is none other than my man Alan back there, making things happen, making it pop. You know, Alan used to be a DJ too. Didn't you used to DJ, Alan?
Many moons ago.
Yes. So he will surprise you with some of
I
the...
DJ'd in high school.
Shut
not
up.
in high school, but in college.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. See, Alan, he would surprise you with some of his music knowledge.
WONB.
Really?
Ohio Northern.
Yeah.
Ah.
Polar Bears.
Okay.
Easy listening.
I hear you.
We have an employee here that's a polar bear.
Really?
Yeah, Ryan.
Oh, cool.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Katie has a lot going on there at Hondros because the real estate market has been so hot. I went into Hondros College, and again, they're one of our sponsors, but I tell you, they are. I have sponsored them much long, meaning I have endorsed them for a long time. I'll say that. From my title examination, and some of our listeners know, some of them don't, but I am a licensed title agent, and I have that in escrow, if you will. So, because I can't have my title license and my real estate license at the same time, but I went through Hondros to get that. And then I came back in 2012 and got my real estate license. But I remember walking in to one of Uncle Larry's classes. And I'll have Uncle Larry on the show one day. So, but excuse me, had him on the show. He was in class. I walked into this class, and I thought it was like a Crammer course. And one of the Crammer courses is, of course, it's just a big old. It's a big study session, okay? So I thought this was like one of these huge Crammer courses, and he's like, no, this is just agents getting their license. I'm like, are you serious? This place was packed, and I think it was 60 that day.
Probably.
Yeah, like 60 real estate agents. I'm like, oh my God. So anyhow, the Hondros experience is I mean, it's back. You remember when you went to school and it was fun?
Yeah.
Like that's what Hondros is when you learn and you create an environment. You guys have great instructors, and Katie is really one of the individuals that spearheads that. And so again, thank you so much for being on Real Estate Stocks and Jocks.
Thanks for having me. I'm so honored to be here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So Katie, tell me about what's going on. I know you guys got some things popping, so
We do.
let our listeners know.
It's pretty exciting. So the end of the month, we are doing an alumni event. Networking and education event is what we're kind of calling it. But
Cool.
on Tuesday, the 29th, at 5:30, you can come and have an adult beverage and some
Okay.
appetizers, and then get 2 hours of free CE. So we're doing an
Wow.
hour on Zillow Instant Offers, which is kind of it's a brand new topic. I think it's got some of the real estate professionals a little uneasy. So we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
And then we're going to talk about an hour on medical marijuana and how that impacts real estate. So I'm getting some really, I know, interesting responses when I
That's
say
interesting.
medical marijuana as a topic, but you know, it's out there and it's
Yes.
affecting real estate. And actually somebody that I was talking to in Akron, maybe it was Akron, but they just made an offer that had to do, like they were going to be doing growing medical marijuana.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the property. And so like how all of that works, and it's being taught by Kristen Rosen, who is former legal counsel for the Ohio Division of Real Estate. And she's
Really?
a great partner of ours, and we just love her. So she is going to talk about medical marijuana.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
That's
So
crazy.
then you can stick around afterwards and have a few more adult beverages if you'd like, and then some more
Yes.
appetizers. But and then the very next
I love
day,
being an adult.
I know
Adult is fun. Isn't it?
adulting is pretty fun
Yeah,
most
it
of the
is.
time.
It
yeah,
is. You got all kinds of things.
You do.
For adults.
you
Yeah.
do. Yeah. So then the very next day, on Wednesday the 30th, starting at 9:00, we are going to do a broker policy manual course. So this is great for anybody who is maybe a brand new broker.
Wow.
For anybody that does not have a broker policy manual, you're going to take 6 hours of CE and come away with a broker policy manual.
Wow. So you have to be a broker to take this class?
You don't have to be a broker to take the class.
Oh, okay.
Not at all.
Great.
But it does suffice or meet the requirement from House Bill 532. Management level licensees have to complete an additional 3 hours of continuing education. So this course will meet that requirement, which we're very excited about. So
Okay. So, and this is policy and procedures manual to fit state laws and rules and regulations. So as you open up your brokerage, you have to have these policies in
Yes.
place. And so in Marcy,
yes,
Marcy, how do you say her last name?
Marcy Rogow.
Rogow.
Thank
Okay.
you. Yes,
Marcy Rogow.
We're
So
flying her in, actually.
Hondros is doing big things.
Yeah.
Flying people in.
Flying people in. So because we are a part of the Real Estate Educators Association, or REA, she's a part of that, and we found out that she has this great course, and so we're flying her in for that.
Okay. You know what? Honestly, and I'm not just saying this, I think I'm going to be there.
I think you should be
Yeah.
there.
I think, as I prepare to take my examination, my broker exam, this is going to be extremely helpful. I'm interested in this Zillow instant offers thing.
I know.
That's going to be.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, because that sounds like something that is going to affect the way that we make money.
Yep.
And the way that we handle our clients, and I mean, it sounds. I'm gonna get more information in this. Here's the other thing too, when it comes to Zillow,
Yeah.
is that the politics kind of behind some of this is that Zillow doesn't have the relationship with the Realtors Association as a Realtor.com does.
Right.
And so they're gonna do some things that may be a little
Undercutting.
A little undercutting.
Just because of the motion that you were making that no one can see.
Bow. They can see it on the camera. Bam! You can see that. But yeah, Radio Land can't see that little. So, but that could be undercutting, or that could be under the bus. That could be, but Zillow they're struggling a little bit. So,
Zillow is a love-hate relationship, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think so. But I mostly hate for me, because I have clients calling me saying, "Hey, I just saw it on Zillow," and I'm like, "That is a week late."
Yep.
That house has been that house has been on the market, sold, and actually the new buyers are cutting the grass right now.
You, oh my gosh, this is why I love you. So I had a client, and we've talked about me having my real estate license.
Yes.
And so
yes.
I had a real estate client, and he was sending me, leads or listings from Zillow. And I'm like, where? Just sending me addresses. I'm like, where are you seeing these, Zillow? And I said, what did I tell you about Zillow? What did I tell you? In a loving tone that I can say, what did I tell you? Do not look at Zillow. Look at Zillow for sale by owner only.
Right.
That's it.
That's it. But Realtor.com is the one that's legitimate and it's up to date. So we got like 2 minutes. It always flies when I'm with Katie Poling. What else is going on at Hondros? What other things are flowing? And
I know that you are a big proponent of the classroom, which is why we absolutely love being with you, because you love the classroom.
Yes, I do love it.
But I think some people probably are like, well, what's going on with maybe the online pre-licensing?
I just talked to an agent. Yeah, we got 45 seconds.
Okay.
I just talked to an agent yesterday about the online. Talk about the online.
It's awesome. So if you start out online and it's not for you, you can switch right back on into the classroom without any hiccups. It's mix and match. So if something happens that you want to stay home and watch the Buckeye game, guess what? You can do it online. You can go to class in the morning if you want, and then do the afternoon online, the afternoon module. But you don't have to do it that afternoon. You can sit back and enjoy the Buckeye game and take it
awesome.
whenever. So
online is awesome. I say go inside though.
Yeah.
Because you just build that relationship.
Online, classroom, or mix and match.
Well, that's
what we love.
Well, that's good, because the individual I was talking to yesterday was excited.
Good.
It was a game changer for him that it's online.
It's a game changer for a lot of people.
Yeah. So I respect that. Now, how do they get in touch with Hondros College? They want to come and come to the.
They want to come to the event, the Alumni Association event. They can call 1-888-HONDROS or go to hondros.com. And there's all kinds of links and flashy things that our wonderful website people do.
Awesome.
So that they can find it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being on Real Estate Stocks and Jocks. That's Katie Poling. It's one of my girls right here. It's one of my girls. Always looking out. And I'm sure we'll be back. You'll be back, right?
I'll be back.
Okay, she'll be back. So you're listening to Real Estate Stocks and Jocks. Again, my name is Obie Stillwell. Give me a call with any of your real estate questions. We're going to take a quick commercial break and be right back.
If you have questions about what you're hearing today, call Obie at 614-822-6990. 822-6990. Now, once again, here's Obie Stillwell.
Hello, and welcome back to Real Estate Stocks and Jocks. Again, my name is Obie Stillwell. Give me a call with any of your real estate questions, 614-822-6990. That's 614-822-6990. And I am proud to have, excited to have the ambassador, Stacy Elliott, the ambassador, affectionately called the ambassador. I don't know when you get that name, the ambassador, Stacy.
Well, first let me just say I'm happy to be on the show today.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Very honored. David Biddle was the first to refer to me as the ambassador of Buckeye Nation. So,
how long ago was that?
This is probably about 3 years ago. So.
Wow. Now hold on. Now here's the thing. You're from Missouri. Play linebacker at Missouri. And to be named the ambassador, be called the ambassador at Ohio State, that had to be a little different, right? A little strange, maybe even a little humbling, a little bit, right?
All of those and above. I just roll with it, So.
That's good. Hey, so some exciting things have happened with you at Ohio State, and you're doing some things with the specific to the football program. Obviously, your son Ezekiel Elliott has had a lot of success at the Ohio State University and has been able to be he was a great, obviously a great representative of the program while he was here, and that your family was someone that was always seemed to be in front of the media, not necessarily something that you guys necessarily signed up for, but just kind of inevitably happened with the national championship run and everything. And I think Urban saw something in you that could help the program. And can you tell our listeners a little bit about that?
Well, when I met Coach Urban Meyer initially during the recruiting process, we clashed many
Really?
times. And what it all boiled down to was a father who was very emotional and who had a vision for his son. And here comes this Urban Meyer guy, and who would change the history of the course that we had for our son and where he would go to college. Not necessarily play football, but where he would go to college, possibly play football.
Right. Right. So as that relationship, grew, what are some of the things that you think he saw in you that would make him want to bring you on staff? Because you're on staff now, and working and helping the program.
Well, my background is in social work. For many years, I was a gang specialist. I worked with youth, deterring them from gangs, do gang mediation,
Wow.
crisis intervention, and homicide crime scenes. And when
Wow.
I decided to come to Columbus, I continued that profession.
Wow.
Most of my adult life, I've always had a passion in seeing young people develop into great citizens. And when I would go over to the football facility and sit around and watch Coach Urban Meyer throughout the day, I noticed that he spent a lot of time on the development of his student athletes. And I also noticed that he had great compassion and a great desire to see them exceed off the field.
That's good.
So because my passion was similar to his, that started making me look at Coach Meyer in another light, on a whole nother level. And so when families would come through with their sons on recruiting visits, I would be around, and one time he asked me to speak to them, and I would talk to them, and then one time he asked me to speak to a group of student athletes with their parents and guardians. And so I think maybe he saw, or he sees the passion in my delivery and in my representation of the program and the university, and he saw that I would be an asset. And what better asset could I not be, having a son come through that program and become one of the greatest players ever put on the scarlet and gray.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
that's how this relationship developed, but we also through the years developed a personal relationship, a friendship. I recognize Coach Urban Meyer as my friend.
Yeah.
And he is a beautiful human being, very humble. And when I first talked to him, the first thing that caught my attention is he spoke in the third person as it related to himself and success with other great men. And it takes a special human being to be that type of, have that type of humbleness when representing themselves, especially when you're trying to sell something to people.
Right. Again, we have Stacy Elliott on the phone tagline, the ambassador, father of Ezekiel Elliott, and he's now working with the program with the Ohio State University in the aspect of recruiting, player development, and just as said, the ambassador. And when and how, we got about 2 minutes left in this segment, but how did Coach Meyer approach you with this position?
Actually, which is interesting, is Coach Meyer has never approached me about the position. We've never even talked about it.
Wow.
Ironically, because what I do for the program, I had been doing voluntarily already. And so I honestly look more at my position as a symbolic position. I mean, yes, I am a part-time employee of the Ohio State University, but I don't make much money, and it's not about money. It's about giving young men and their families an opportunity to be great, to be developed into great human beings, and have an opportunity to get a slice of this American pie.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good.
So Mark Pantoni, who is the director of player development, recruiting, over the recruiting department, he's the one that mentioned it to me. And, yeah, I'm sure Coach Meyer sanctioned it, but I'm not the only one that came on, too. Josh, oh, man, I don't know why that name's escaping me.
That's
My brother's going to kill me. But I'm not the only parent that came on under the official capacity. And so just an honor. But no, Coach Meyer, we haven't even to this day talked about it.
Wow.
Like, oh, you are, an official member. I mean, once you're a Buckeye, you're always a Buckeye.
You know what, Stacy, you're absolutely right. And I want to come back. We're going to talk a little bit more about that because it is instrumental that you have someone like yourself that's a parent in the program. And I think that's one thing that the university, Ohio State University, and Coach Meyer has done more specifically is brought the parents involved. And I know the Perrys, Josh Perry's family, and Jim Perry and Georgette, they have kind of spearheaded the parents group for the athletes. And I think that's so important. So I want to come back, talk a little bit about that. And again, you're listening to Real Estate Stocks and Jocks. My name is Obie Stillwell. Give me a call with any of your real estate questions, 614-822-6990.
Have a topic that you'd like to hear discussed? Call 614-822-6990. It's 822-6990. Now back to more Real Estate Stocks and Jocks with Obie Stillwell.
Hello, and welcome to the fourth quarter. We are here on the phone with former Buckeye Ezekiel Elliott's father, Stacy Elliott. And Stacy, again, thank you so much for being on Real Estate Stocks and Jocks.
It's my honor, my deep honor.
I'm looking, we were kind of talking about the whole parent aspect of the program and how Coach Meyer has brought that in. I have actually been able to witness the reactions that many of the top recruits across the country, their parents have when they meet a Stacy Elliott. And it's funny because, a lot of people, I think most people can see it, but I really see it. I see the level of humility that you have when these parents want to talk to you, and these parents, I see you taking pictures, signing autographs, and, you and I have had a good relationship in the sense that you've come back and you have laughed about this stuff. You're like, Obie, this is amazing to me that people desire to meet me and take a picture with me, and because of what they see that I've instilled in my son, etc. That had to take a little adjusting, right? Am I right?
I mean, it's deeply humbling. It's deeply humbling. And, I just give glory to God. And, my son now, he's a professional, and he's a young man, and he's learning each day, each week, each month, and each year of this world and how this world operates. I just feel as a parent, I'm just deeply honored and humbled that anyone would want to talk to me, especially if it has something to do with a great quality that they have observed in my son. And oftentimes it's more than what he has done on the football field, and that's what makes me so proud.
Yeah. I mean, there's obviously a lot of things that's going on with Zeke since his professional career has happened. We're not going to go too deep into that, but just from a parent's perspective, what type of advice can you give your kid, your child, once they reach that level? That because the NFL kind of it has this pseudo independence. And because there's a lot that's required of you, but there's still a lot of parental guidance that's necessary. Just because they're a millionaire and they're receiving these $1 million checks doesn't mean that the parental guidance, disappears. How do you continue to guide someone as they, whether it's the NFL or NBA or what have you, to try to make sure that they are doing the right thing and making the right decisions?
Well, at some point in all of our lives, we've had to go out in the world and test what we have been taught by our parents and our loved ones. I liken it unto a child. You can tell a child not to go by the stove because it is hot. But sometimes the child will not take what you have said to them as truth and want to test it out themselves, and they have to touch the stove to be reinforced on what you taught them.
Right.
The best advice I could give parents is it starts really when the moment their son or daughter starts walking, is to first always promote your child to be great in whatever endeavor your child may do. But also make sure that you play a role in balancing out your child's personality, keeping them grounded and keeping them humble. Because in Ezekiel Elliott's case, from the moment he touched the football at 7 years old, if you saw that, you saw greatness on the field. And so when he, at a young age, would come home, or when he was with me and Donna, we never talked to him about how great of a football player he was. A matter of fact, we didn't really talk about football that much. And when I say that to people, it kind of shocks them. But the reality is Ezekiel becoming one of the greatest football players in Ohio State and having one of the greatest rookie seasons in the NFL, playing for the Dallas Cowboys, it's only a bonus. It's only a bonus. This is not a planned thing. We didn't plan for him to be a football player. My goal and my plan for my son and my children are to give some type of positive contribution to the rise of civilization. Playing football, that's just a bonus. Right.
Oh, that's good. At this time, with everything that's going on, is there anything that you are encouraging him with? Is there any type of advice that you're giving him, because he has a lot coming at him. Some people think it's fair. Some people think it's unfair. The investigation was questionable at best, and so there was a lot of things that transpired within. With when I say questionable, I'm saying the witness said this, and then her friends kind of the domestic violence friend kind of came back and said no, she set that up, it wasn't true. Is there something that maybe you're kind of even giving him in the aspects of one of the things I tell my son is like, hey, if you smell like smoke, then you've been around the fire. But then also there are situations that people may just can just legitimately set you up in, and this seems like that was this particular situation. But still, his character is coming under question. Is there any advice that you're giving him to say, hey, listen, son, this is how you navigate through this?
Well, I think, to answer that question, is that I haven't really given him a lot of advice because Ezekiel really has been prepared for this moment. I raised him. Me and Dawn raised him to respect all women. I didn't raise him and talk about women. You got certain type of women that are good. You got certain type of women that have bad intentions. I raised him to believe that all women were queens. They should be respected, and you should never put your hands on a woman. I've been with his mother for going on 28 years, and Ezekiel is 22. And before Ezekiel was born, and in the last 22 years, he's never seen me and Dawn in a physical fight. A matter of fact, he's never been around me and Dawn, and we have had an argument and been upset at each other for over maybe an hour or so. Now, if we were, he didn't know it.
Right, right.
Because that's just a natural process of life. Two human beings trying to become one. However, I'm the first one. If I thought or knew my son was putting his hands on a woman, I would have personally put my hands on him.
Right.
So my son, who is an imperfect human being, is a victim of success. What people don't understand is that when you're a high-profile athlete, and it didn't start with the Dallas Cowboys, it started at The Ohio State University. There are a lot of liabilities that come along with being a high-profile or celebrity. When you hear rumblings about money and tapes and things being sold and blackmail, it starts giving you an idea of what's really undergirding this situation.
We got about 45, 50 seconds left. Stacy, I want you to finish your point.
And so what my son is going through, he's going to learn life lessons that, you can tell him all day. You can tell your children all day, this could happen, that can happen, do this and do that. But, he's young and he's a grown man. And I'm not going to make any excuses for his failures, and he won't either. He's the first. I know for a fact Ezekiel doesn't feel comfortable about his character being questioned. But one thing I do know is that the cream always rises to the top, and he is the cream, and he will learn from this. And America will one day see that young man that we saw running around the shoe, scoring touchdowns and doing great things off the field in the community.
Hey, Stacy, Thank you so much, man. That was well said. I wanted to also kind of correct myself. I said the investigation was questionable, but I was more specifically talking about the credibility of those that were accusing him was questionable. So, but was not a knock against the Columbus Police Department or the investigation of the NFL. But Stacy, thank you so much for coming on. Yeah, absolutely. I think.
And the name of the other parent that does what I do is Jim Perry.
Jim Perry. Perfect.
I don't know why I slipped my mind.
Hey, thank you, my friend. And again, you guys are listening to Real Estate Stocks and Jocks. Again, my name is Obie Stillwell. Give me a call with any of your real estate questions. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this weekend. Bye now.